What is up, guys, and welcome to the next installment in my Ipswich Town Road to Glory career mode number 36. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago that I started this, but we've got Portsmouth and then 3 massive games in the month of February. We've got Tottenham, Man City and Manchester United. Obviously Portsmouth is a bit of a resting day for the FA Cup, but can we get into the round of 16? I mean, I believe we can do. It's Portsmouth. We've arrested a fair few players in, and we've still put in some starting lineup players. Obviously got Skinner, Colwill, though Colwill has, since the recent acquisition of Lloyd Kelly, has found himself losing out on his position just because Wolfden has been with us from the very start, and I think we know he should be our captain, and is our captain from the very start. So 75 rated and Cole 76. I much prefer Wolfden, if I'm very much honest. But away at Fratton Park, in the red and black stripe. Obviously we leave Skinner on here to try and get back his form and try and get his goal scoring form back up, because he seems to be not scoring that many, if I'm honest. Like I said in the last episode, we're definitely thinking of replacing the young man with a better model, maybe an older model, who knows, and we might actually like them much better. But Skinner plays into a nice ball into Harris. Harris has the shot and fires Ipswich Town 1-0 in front 40 minutes into the match. Really shocked that we actually couldn't find a goal before 40 minutes into the match. It's only Portsmouth, for Christ's sake. They're like, I think they're like very bottom of the, well, almost bottom of the championship. So they are technically a championship side, though they do come from League One. Yeah, we came from League One and now find ourselves in the Premier League through through sheer dumb greatness, shall we say. But Portsmouth having their first chance, well, one of their many chances of the match, but wasn't really that much of a threat to us at all. But Brown with a nice interception of that pass and puts it through into Skinner. What's Skinner going to do? He's just going to run it? No, he's going to play it off into Burns, and Bowden is, no, Harris is there and fires it into the back of the net, making it 2-0. Though, like I said, really should be more than 2 against Portsmouth. It's but it is what it is, and the progression into the FA Cup, I would like to win it either this season or next season. Though next season we could actually find ourselves within Europe, and if it's the Champions League, then that would be great. But I don't think we'd go that far in it, though. I have to wait and see if we do get in there, as Thompson fires a shot at Danny Ward, but Ward is the better of the two. And European Conference, we'd probably look to go very far in that, being an English side. I think if an English team doesn't win the European Conference League, it's a shock. But there's Skinner getting his first goal this match. But Europa League, on the other hand, would be a tough one to play in. So we'd look to get quite far in the Europa League, but European Conference League we'll probably look to win that. But we'll have to see how we fare. Harris and Skinner on the score sheet, both our strikers, and look at that, the fancy graphics or the fancy transitions. We've bought another player, as one of our objectives was basically to go skin. So we're bringing another centre mid, so Askilderson, really hard to pronounce his name, but there we go. Askilderson on the bench. Gonna look to bring him on at half time or sub him on, just to make him play a few minutes in our team, just to get him to settle in. We don't really want to put him straight off. He is 75 rated, so a similar rating to Knight, so we'll have to see how we fare off with those two. But Knight has the more pace, so it might be that we put Brownhill in the RCM spot and then Askilderson into the centre mid spot, so then we can have him sort of as a holding mid instead. So far, so good. Not conceded yet at all against this Tottenham Hotspur side, who look to finish up in one of the Champions League spaces as well, as they are a formidable side this season. Wow, what a strike from Harrod. No, it is from Bowden. I mean, what do I expect really? I mean, a strike of that calibre, it's bound to be Bowden, and fires Ipswich Town 1-0 in front at home to Portsmouth. Portsmouth, that's the previous match, to Spurs. And now what can Spurs do? Oh, that's a good save from Keller, though it looked to be that Tottenham was just going to get through and score there, as we try to hold off as much as we can. Thankfully Kane isn't on their team and isn't really providing much for them, because he's moved to Manchester United now, and Keller with another outstretched save to keep Ipswich Town in front, as there's just a lot happening around this penalty area at the moment. Ooh, what a silly slide tackle from Edwards, and now it's, I mean, it looked like it was going to be a penalty or a free kick, but yeah, it's going to be a penalty, and Carrasco in the 87th minute fires Tottenham Hotspur level, and that is 2 points lost, or 3 points lost and only a point gained now. So it's not what we wanted, but against the top, one of the top 6 sides in this game, I think we will take it. And you know, a point's a point. I can't be disappointed, though. You know, having the run of Manchester City and Man United afterwards, it's, you know, it's a point gained out of 9, I think, from points sake. But here's the Manchester City lineup. Quite a strong side. So we've gone with one of our strongest, but Norton Davis finds his place in for Giles, as Giles was a little bit tired, though Norton Davis equally as good to compete. As Brownhill, I was going to say Brownhill, get confused between Brown and Brownhill, but with Brown having an amazing long range shot, just trying to test the keeper or catch him out, though unfortunately Holgate gives a penalty away. Haaland steps up and fires it down the middle. I mean, there's not really much we can do at that point when Haaland steps up onto the penalty spot, and we've not really got the highest rated keeper, but you know, he's still been quite good for what we've had. They're definitely looking to maybe replace him in the future. I'm not too sure who I'd go with. I know everyone's saying, oh, I'll go with Nick Pope. You know, he's a good English keeper. He's got good high potential from what I've seen. So he might be the best bet for us. Though whether he want to move away, I'll have to, you know, try and entice him in with some European football if we are getting there. I mean, if we do get European football, I think Nick Pope might be one of the best bets, though Keller and Danny Ward, both of them have been really good, and yeah, both of them have been quite solid when we've needed them. But unfortunately, as I've talked about the keepers being solid, unfortunately Haaland puts another one past Keller, so not really been solid in that retrospect. But Haaland is Haaland, and he will score goals no matter who the keeper is. And now Manchester City have been very dominant in this side of the play, but had a good clearance out into Christensen, who then heads it back into Skinner. But City win the possession, and Foden has a shot, but Keller down to the save and equal to that shot, not letting another one past him at all, as we'll intercept that pass, but a clearance only goes as far as the Manchester City midfield, and Mahrez is going to have a shot, but Keller makes a save, another good one. Obviously City having a corner here, but Keller picks out the wayward header. I was going to roll it out into Wes Burns now. Burns is going to carry it forwards with his pace. Can he beat Cancelo? Yes, he does. Very nicely. Wes Burns is still running it forwards. He's got Skinner and Bowden there awaiting him, and passes it. It gets a deflection, so that pass from Wes Burns was not going anywhere, though it gets a unlucky little deflection on that pass. We'll need to have a look at that again. obviously comes off, I think it's Cancelo or someone. I don't know who exactly it is, but you know, we'll take the fact that it comes off of one of the defenders and it goes straight into the path of Bowden. But 82nd minute in, really couldn't have got much else out of that game, and yeah, struggled to get the win. But 150 matches, that is mental. I've shown you literally every single one of them, from League One to the Championship, top till now, and we are going to do a little bit of rotating. I'm just going to put Dragstall and Danny Ward in the net, as well as, I think, no, we're just going to keep all the same elsewhere, with Giles coming back into the lineup. Danny Ward with a really nice save. I mean, talking about keepers just a few moments ago, Danny Ward, you know, there's only 76, but he's experienced and he is still a quality keeper for what his overall is. He's only 2 behind Keller, and yeah, I kind of prefer Danny Ward, but just trying to level up Keller just because he's younger and he will have the higher potential. As is the centre mid's first goal for the club, Christopher Askelson, and 1 goal in 3 matches. Those other 2 he's come on as a sub, but with this one we've made him start, and he's going to get his first goal and his first start against Manchester United of all teams. But then that goal was, I'd say, a little bit scruffy, but hey ho. Obviously Bruno Fernandes with another shot wide. He's not really on song today, not at all. Obviously now starting in the second half of this match. Obviously 1-0 up in front, so it's all good so far at Portman Road. But Sancho plays it into Kane. Kane has the shot and puts it past Keller, making it Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 1. Can we hold on to another point against one of the top sides in the league yet again? Though we do find ourselves falling behind just a little bit in the points side of things. Obviously 2 points out of 9 this episode. Obviously would have liked to have more, but when you come up against teams like Tottenham, Manchester City and Manchester United, you will take everything that you can get. But there shows the 1-1 final scoreline. Now into our next episode, we'll have Fulham, Manchester United in the FA Cup, Chelsea and then Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we do find ourselves in that elusive Champions League space with Chelsea and Spurs on equal points, and Newcastle 3 points behind us and 3 points behind Liverpool as well. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.